Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Got the same color jerseys on.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no
I don't know why he put them jerseys on.
Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I that like I'm Eno. Well, when they wish for me to fail, I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves. Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell.
What's up, shorty? We gonna fight, man. Cause I told you to call me or text me when you made it in, so I just know that you made it in safely.
Take you through my day to day, wake and pray, make that play, get some good at my place, get some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display. Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my...
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Go right in. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the pass.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Elliott, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I'm trying to set this shit up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let me get right, y'all.
Here's Elliott. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good scheme going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it.
They are going for it on 4th down, too. Okay.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down.
And you run the same play, so hey, bro, I'm letting you know right now.
On the very
Don't
first
get
drive
mad
of the afternoon.
at me.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
No, Barkley. That's
down to the
I juked too early.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
54, right there, 54, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Go.
On 1st down, Jones. He's going to let it go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first
That's
one,
his first interception he threw all season?
like what we saw from him last year,
my
where
bad,
he's plagued by
buddy.
this type of a play. And they thought that, Over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Pick the ball, and he keep doing that same 5-out play. I'm picking that shit next time.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you
pick the ball. Thank you. Pitch this. We're gone.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And
damn.
He will score.
He doing that same weak-ass play.
Giants. Ah, yes, the old tip.
You have to do a different play, my boy. Actually, no, you keep doing that same play because that shit, I'm about to torture that shit.
You work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper.
We're going to get tired of this. We're going to get tired of running.
25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw is Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete.
Man, that's a good
he's
hit,
going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this.
Oh, like I go and tell you back there. What's he going to do?
Stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away.
Nothing.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
All right, Saquon, I need 300 from you today.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down.
Oh,
and
my
he takes this one down
God.
almost all the way to the 30. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't like that. Let's try this.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. You remember me? You remember me?
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down.
Saquon
Do you
got
really have a play
already.
you believe in,
Yeah,
or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
Bruh, pick the ball, bro. He doing the same shit, the same play. It's either going to fucking him or that.
Down and get some momentum going.
Damn, pick the ball. That shit pissed me off.
Throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just
I
how
knew
strong
it.
they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I got something for that.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down throw for Prescott.
Take the
Oh,
lock,
ball
man.
batted in the air, and now
Watch
it's
out.
intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Hey! Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hey, check. 3 down. Out. Yeah. Snap.
On third down, Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
I'm tripping. Saquon had like an over 100. You don't get that
The
shit.
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here
You're not running.
around the NFL.
8 rushes,
They hit
negative
him in
4.
the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is
Come on, go and take. Give me some, please. Please.
Now it's Tate. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
Oh, yeah, we gone. Thank you.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Can I get 200 before half? I get the ball back.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Hit the ball.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
I don't know who that
and
is.
they will take
Good
over
pick.
at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 70 India. All day, just like that.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. From the 24, Jones eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jones now on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Yeah, go ahead and get Saquon Player of the Week, bro. Already, you already know.
Down, and the Giants
You tapping in right now.
The extra point up and good.
You see what's going
and a
on,
rout
man.
is on here in this first half.
And your boy get the ball at half. Oh.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he's got all of it. On the return, it's Tate. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They got 16
Extra
touchdowns.
point up and through,
like week 3.
and that will extend this big lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Good shit, defense. Hold the goose egg.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
This is easy.
Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown, this offense. And now here is another interception.
Yep.
Julian
Oh, my God.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Don't get nervous. Watch the ship.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
Let's go.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check. Crunch. Pick the edge. Go. Get it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Now Jones on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. On your team.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
Put Saquon in the game, man.
Maybe you go to max protection.
The biggest one's maybe bring your running back in to try
and keep you clean.
But
in that case, that didn't happen.
Zero accountability and a sack. You got 300. Don't you want 500, my nigga?
Fielded about
you
a
got
yard
300.
deep.
You need 500.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
No, Rush is negative 6. You're fucking decent.
It's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Check. Watch the ball.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20.
Oh, come on, man.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
60 outlaw. 1st down, New York. Watch out.
On the run, it's Barkley.
Keep the block out there, Sterling.
There on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14.
1st down, New York.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Jones from the gun, he'll throw.
Oh, shit.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This fielded at the 2.
Oh. Fuck, man.
Right there. 54 Mike. I got you. I got you.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's Elliott, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll go to Barkley again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Jones. He completes it to Tate, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 41 yards. Throwing. Prescott. This to Jarwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run with Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I'm good, I'm litty.